Hi guys, today we want to talk about a solution for those of you with US work visa issues who want more stability.
A Canadian company, Mobsquad, has a solution that lets you work in the current company in the US from Canada.
Not only will it solve your work visa issues, you will be on a fast track to Canadian permanent resident status, even the citizenship to Canada.
Now, instead of we explaining the solution, I thought it would be a great idea that we invite some experts from Mobsquad who will be able to explain the end to end process. So, let's go on a call with them. Okay, first of all, I want to welcome Arif Khemani, Head of Finance and Administration, and Nicole Benham, Head of Partnership at Mobsquad, to tell us more about this exciting opportunity. And I think it will be great to hear from you instead of I'm reading the website and try to explain the audience. So, from you, I want to know how the Mobsquad solution works actually.
Great, and thanks for having us today. So I'll just explain briefly how the solution works. So really, we work with foreign national technology professionals who are currently in the U.S., typically on work visas such as the H-1B or STEM OPT visa. And if you're in the situation and your visa gets denied, or your visa expires, or you weren't selected in the recent H-1B visa lottery, MobSquad can help you relocate to Canada, continue supporting your current company on a nearshore basis from Canada. We can obtain work permits for technology professionals and their families within just 4 to 6 weeks. And that often enables you to obtain permanent residency within the first year of landing in Canada and Canadian citizenship within 3.5 years.
Okay. But is this solution for everyone? Who can best benefit from this solution basically?
Yeah, absolutely. So the people who best benefit are those who are currently in the US and working for companies in the US. And they're in a situation where their STEM OPT visa is expiring or they weren't selected in the most recent H-1B lottery, because that enables us to partner with the company that they're working with and essentially relocate the role so that they can work for us but and support their clients from Canada. We can also help people who are abroad who are planning to come to the US and had applied for an H-1B visa but were denied. If that US company still wants to work with these individuals, then we can very similarly partner with those US companies and have that individual come from abroad to Canada.
So is this for all the technologies? Like what technologies jobs are best suited for MobSquad solution?
Yeah, so we support a fairly broad range of technology related roles, as long as it falls within the guidelines for the expedited work permit processing timeline that we have. And just a little bit on that, as I said, we can obtain work permits in 4 to 6 weeks, which typically takes 4 to 6 months if you don't have the expedited process. But in order to qualify, your role does have to be within technology. But the good news is that there's a fairly broad range of roles that are acceptable. Some examples are software engineers and developers, IT systems analysts, database analysts, and web developers. And if you're not sure, if you work within IT or technology and you're not sure, you can reach out to us, and we're happy to take a look at your credentials and your experience and see if your role would qualify.
Sure. So there will be use cases, right? So do the candidate have to be currently employed by a US company or not?
Yeah, so the people we're able to help most quickly and most smoothly are those that are currently employed by US companies. So it's generally the quickest and easiest way for us to get to a path where you've moved to Canada, because we're able to ideally partner with the company that you're working with, so that your client relationship is already set up, and we have a role for you built already. If you aren't able to move with a company that you're working with in the US, or if you don't have a company that supports nearshore work in Canada, you can join what we call our talent roster. So to do this, you can go to our website, and there's a number of roles that are available. And if you apply directly to those roles and you pass our internal behavioral and technical screening process, we will create a candidate profile for you, and we'll put your profile in front of clients that we're working with. And if a client is interested in working with you, we will put you in touch with that client along with ourselves, and we'll have a conversation to see if there's a relationship here. And if the client is still interested in working with you, then we can relocate you to Canada and have you work for us, but supporting that client. And for this roster, the types of engineers that are typically most in demand are those that are in roles that are hard to fill. So think machine learning and AI engineers, or data scientists, or data engineers. These are individuals that typically have 5 or more years of work experience and have at least a bachelor's degree in computer science or engineering, if not a master's degree. And the reason I say that is just we want to make sure that your application stands out versus all the others that we get, and that the client would be excited to work with you.
Yeah, yeah. So now we know what is MobSquad. Now, next question will be how should people contact Mob Squad if they are interested, they are falling in these categories, how they can contact?
Yeah, so if someone is interested in learning more, they can go onto our website at mobsquad.io and submit their information, and one of our team members will be in contact with them. Alternatively, they can email me directly at nicole@mobsquad.io, and I'll get back to them and set up a call.
Awesome, awesome. I think that's an easy process to contact and quickly get a response, right?
Yeah.
So, next question people who are watching this video might have in their mind is that where in Canada would be the new Mob Squad employee be located? Do they have a choice, or like is there a flexibility?
Yeah, absolutely. So Mob Squad has 4 office locations. We have 2 on the West Coast. So Calgary, Alberta, which is actually where our head office is located. And then we have Vancouver, British Columbia. And we also have 2 offices on the East Coast. So in Halifax, Nova Scotia, and in Toronto, Ontario. And in terms of where the employees goes, it is dependent on the specific situation. And we work with our employees to determine what makes the most sense from a business reason as well as from a personal standpoint as to which city makes the most sense for them.
Okay. And does this remote working, work from home culture is impacting that, or do they have to go to office, or?
Yeah, it's really entirely up to the specific employee. Some of our employees do go into the office, not so much now, given obviously the current restrictions with COVID, but it is really up to them as to whether they want to work from our offices or if they want to work from home.
Great, great. So how does that work for people who have their spouses and they are coming with their spouses from US? Uh, what's the benefit?
Yeah, so we actually apply for an open work permit for the spouse as well. So when we're applying for the work permit for the employee, we do apply for a spousal open work permit.
Right, right. The spouses can also get benefited by Mob Squad?
Yeah, so if they fall into, a similar category to what Arf had explained earlier, like they're a technology worker, and the company that they currently work with in the US would support them working nearshore, we can support them. Alternatively, they can also join our talent roster, and if we have a client that would want to potentially, work with them, we can facilitate that as well.
That's nice. That's nice. So let's say they got the job, they came to Canada, and it might be a different culture, a different place. So they might not be very comfortable initially, and they're moving to a different province, let's say Halifax or Vancouver. It might be new for them. So do you help after they move to Canada and they get the job? So what services do you provide after they move to Canada in terms of settlement?
Yeah, absolutely. So we recognize that many of the individuals that we help have never set foot in Canada. So we want to make sure that their transition here is as smooth as possible. So we help from everything from helping them find short-term and long-term accommodation, getting them set up with banking. We help get their kids into schools. So anything that they need to settle into their communities, we'll be there to support them with. Before COVID, we were meeting our employees at the airport. Obviously, that's a little more challenging to do now.
Yeah.
But hopefully, we'll get back to that sooner than later.
That's so nice. That's so nice. I mean, because they are not even changing jobs, they are changing countries.
Exactly.
So you are taking care of them end to end. That's so nice.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. I think now whoever will watch this video, they will understand the service Mob Squad is providing. So thank you so much. Is there anything that you would like to highlight which we missed?
Well, I think that covered everything from us, but thank you for your time as well.
Sure.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so much. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye. Bye. First of all, thank you so much, Arif and Nicole, for explaining whole process. How does Mob Squad work? All of you, if you have any question, please comment down below, or you can talk to Nicole if you are eligible to apply for Mob Squad. See you in next video. Stay safe and stick around.